You are looking live at David Gates Stadium on the beautiful campus of Rogers Heritage High School, where we have varsity football action tonight featuring the Springdale Bulldogs and your Heritage War Eagles. My name is Jermaine Brown, and I am so glad to be here with you on a beautiful homecoming night. Right now on the field, we have our distinguished court. Earlier today, we had a really nice parade, really enthusiastic, where we presented our court and all the different sports teams and all the different schools and activities that are featured here at Heritage High School. It's going to be a lovely evening, folks. Tonight should be a very competitive football game between Springdale and the Heritage War Eagles. Both teams. This is what they like to call the second season. The preseason games are over, and this is the start of conference play. It's really important to get off to a positive start here in conference, and War Eagles put up a really good fight last week, going down to the Central Tigers, but by far our best offensive performance as we're able to score 30-plus points, but on the flip side of that, we had 5 turnovers, so we could have scored 60. Looked very good offensively last week. Defensively, still trying to figure out some things, but tonight ought to be a really good test for us. Hopefully, we'll be able to come out on the right end of the scoreboard tonight. Folks, we're going to take you down to the field where they're going to present our homecoming court and all of our distinguished homecoming students, and y'all enjoy.
It was that stupid high ponytail coach. Not mid pony or whatever.
My back is.
Can I see that ring?
All right, and now we have Eliza Urbina, also freshman class, and is being escorted by her father, Jose Urbina. She is a member of the Springdale game day cheer and the color guard. She
have
is
really
hopeful
tiny
to earn a
I've done a lot today. I was at the pep rally, I was at the parade. I just keep going.
Yeah, I think we're winning this game.
Like very wedding. Oh, woo! The one girl was dressed up and taking a nap because why are we wearing RHS? When I walked in, I was like,
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
At Arvest Bank, we believe financial confidence should be within reach for everyone. Whether you're just getting started, planning for your future, or starting a new chapter, we're here to help you plan and reach your goals every step of the way. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
At Fence Guys, we believe in building more than just fences. We create spaces where memories are made. Whether it's the timeless beauty of cedar, the low-maintenance ornamental iron fence, or the robust chain link, we offer a range of options to suit your needs. Proudly supporting local high school athletics, making every backyard a place to play, laugh, and connect. Ready to transform your backyard? Visit FenceGuys.com for a free estimate today. Fence Guys, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way. Come on in and see for yourself.
is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
At Arvest Bank, we believe financial confidence should be within reach for everyone. Whether you're just getting started, planning for your future, or starting a new chapter, we're here to help you plan and reach your goals every step of the way. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
At Fence Guys, we believe in building more than just fences. We create spaces where memories are made. Whether it's the timeless beauty of cedar, the low-maintenance ornamental iron fence, or the robust chain link, we offer a range of options to suit your needs. Proudly supporting local high school athletics, making every backyard a place to play, laugh, and connect. Ready to transform your backyard? Visit FenceGuys.com for a free estimate today. Fence Guys, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas.
Hey, and welcome back to Gate Stadium, and here on the campus of Heritage High School. I'm here with my good friend Jermaine Brown. We just celebrated some homecoming festivities, and we're about 12 minutes from kick. Wanted to point out some important news about our Booster Club. And at Heritage, the Booster Club supports not only athletics, but academics, activities, and arts. Their family membership at $35 goes right back to the student, and they are a big supporter of what we do in athletics. And I know, Jermaine, you've had some kids that have benefited from the Booster Club.
Absolutely. Me, myself, I've been a proud member of the Booster Club for 8 years, ever since my middle daughter, Zoe, she graduated in 2022. So all 4 of her years here, and as well as my daughter now, who's a 2026 senior, Marley. Booster Club has done a lot of great things, and it's not just benefiting athletics. We benefit everything, arts, academics, you name it. We've been able to provide for our kids. So, if you're if you're out there listening to us and you have a kid that goes to Heritage, I would strongly encourage you to join our Booster Club. It's really helpful for these kids. It helps the teachers, and it really benefits our community.
And with that, I think we'll pause for the playing of the national anthem.
thank the pride of Heritage, the Fighting War Eagle Band, for that beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. And Coach, we're about to get kicked off here in a little bit. Big opportunity for our kids this week, starting conference play. They like to say, well, what do you coaches say? This is the second season.
The second season. The only season.
The only season.
If you want to know the truth.
Well, they always say, well, this is when the games start to count. You know, it counts toward your, if you're going to go to the playoffs or not. Both teams, it's always good to get started 1-0 in conference. And just speaking with the students and coaches, they feel that this is a good opportunity this week, Coach.
I think they've got an opportunity to do something really special here on homecoming. And, last week we saw a Heritage offensive team move the ball against a very athletic Little Rock Central team. And, 30-plus points, as you mentioned earlier, and really maybe a little bit of confidence or something they can hang their hat on. So,
but on the flip side of that, Coach, which will be, in my opinion, will be a big key tonight. The 5 turnovers, ball security will be paramount tonight because of both styles of offense. I was speaking to your broadcast partner last week, John Coleman, and I was like, well, John, we come from this era of football. You see a lot of these teams now, they're throwing it all over the place, throwing it all over the yard. Springdale comes at you with that flex bone style offense, pound the ball, pound it, pound it, pound it. That's their attitude. They want to establish that they're the tougher team.
Yeah.
And then when you get into the fourth quarter, they're going to count on you to quit.
Yeah, and the lack of risk. Can make a game to watch maybe from a general public not real exciting. But winning is exciting.
That's right.
Let's not discount that. Winning is exciting, and one of the biggest, I think, philosophies or premises to that type of system is we have the ball and you can't score unless you get the ball.
That's right.
So when you control the ball in football and basically in any sport like football, you control the game.
Yeah. He who controls the ball controls the game. That's exactly right. 5 turnovers last week, but on the flip side of that, what you mentioned earlier, Coach, it was a bit of not a bit of an offensive. It was an offensive explosion.
Yeah.
And, without 5 turnovers, you might have scored 60.
Yeah, and it's an interesting system in place because they're gonna go with Julian Castaneda as their starting quarterback per se. Mm-hmm. And they're going to look real modern, and they're going to come spread, and they're going to kind of sling it around a little bit. And then they'll come in maybe in the second series with another quarterback, Braden Carroll, and they will look like flex bone and in a total system. So, the idea, as coaches, we have these ideas. We think they work. We're not sure. But going in to prepare for Heritage, it's like double trouble.
That's right.
I mean, you've got double the preparation because that flex bone is simple from our standpoint, but very difficult to defend.
Yep. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different reads and options in it. So if I'm looking at this like a basketball coach, it's like I'm got to get ready for a man team defensively and a zone team because I'm not really sure what's coming. Mm-hmm. So it doubles the amount of preparation time.
The more you put on film, that's always what the old coaching adage, the more you put on film, the more a team has to prepare for. That's really something you really don't see as much of. Like, basically, we have like you mentioned, 2 styles of offense.
Right.
So, and I mean, at this point in the season, there's no telling how much, how many plays or whatnot you've put out on tape, within those 2 offenses for teams to hey, okay, this play they do really well. Oh, but we also have to worry about, the passing out of this formation. We also have to worry about the run out of this formation. So, like you mentioned, a lot to prepare for.
Yeah. And, sometimes as a coach, you get caught up and, they're preparing, they're going to know what we're doing. But you got to remember that this is what we do every day. Mm. And we've done it this will be our 4th week. Mm-hmm. And Springdale may know what we're going to do, but they've had like 2 or 3 days to deal with it.
That's right.
So even though you might put something out there and you think, well, we're going to let the cat out of the bag, and when they bring this quarterback in, we know they're going to be in this system. You still only had a couple days to prepare, where that other team's been running it as part of their system every day in practice. So,
and another point to that, Coach, basically you can't go back to what Heritage put on the tape last year, because it's almost like a completely different system.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't run any wing tee or any flex type of offense last year, so there's really nothing from last year's tape when you played them last year that you could kind of prepare for.
Yeah, and I think that's a really, really good point, because when you're in a system with, let's say, a large enrollment area, with, for example, hypothetically like Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, you're probably picking the kids as they come up through the system that fits what you want to do. When you're at a lower enrollment school like Heritage in a big school conference, you're kind of forced to be a little more flexible, because you got to get the best kids you can, and sometimes that best player doesn't really fit that other system. So you got to be a little more creative, and I think that's what Coach Munoz and his staff here have they're kind of hinting on. And I know as a coach, when you can create confidence, something to hang your hat on, it'll carry you through. It is a badge of honor, so to speak, for your team when they say, well, we'll just get in this and we'll be okay. So it can go a lot deeper than even the scoreboard.
So our captains tonight, we have number 18, Jake Stout, number 0, Connor Otrand, number 20, Evan Gordon, and number 74, that is Keola Arzamendi.
Arizamendi.
Arizamendi.
We're just going to call him Keola. Keola's a fisherman, by the way. If you're a fisher, if you like to fish, he's in our outdoor ed classes, and we've had some fishing conversations already this year with old Keola. And I'm going to tell you, he's on his way to go on a canoe trip, and then we might have to get the 16-footer to get him to keep him afloat, because he is a big lad.
Big kid.
6'4", 290, and well put together, and a really, really great kid. So
a whole lot of love coming at you out there on
That's
that
right.
field, Coach. So it looks like Springdale won the toss, and they deferred until the second half. So we will start with the War Eagles having possession of the football first. Oh, nice backflip there. Wow. Who was running out of the tunnel there? That's one of the most athletic things I've ever seen. I was like, people doing like backflips in football pads, Coach, that always impresses me.
No kidding.
I've never been athletic enough to do anything like that.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, that's a whole degree of athleticism. And I know when I was a kid, there was a guy that played football for the Razorbacks, a defensive back that was 6'1", and they said he could dunk the ball in his football gear with his helmet and everything. And I went, okay.
I bet he could jump pretty high.
I bet you that guy has got a pretty good vertical. He'd probably win some vertical jump tests.
Crowd's fired up. Stands are full on this homecoming evening here. And
right now, Springdale kicker A.J. Woods, for a while there, looked like he was going to go 1-on-11. But
don't worry about it, Coach. I got it.
He had the ball teed up out there, but he was the only one out there. So
back to receive for the War Eagles. That looks like
it's going to be
Camden Isbell, number 1, and who else is there on that far side over there?
Hard to see the number 20, 21.
That is Brian Cullen.
And
This is going to go back into the end zone. Nice kick. Yeah,
that's 28. That's Robert Pickard.
Robert Pickard
is the other back man. So Camden Isbell and Pickard back there, but the Birds are going to get it at the 20, and we're going to get this 7A West Conference game underway.
Who comes out at quarterback for her? Offense is huddled up, waiting for a final instruction from Coach Munoz. And that looks like
Braden Carroll.
Braden Carroll is going to get the start tonight. War Eagles coming out in the wing T formation with your fullback, Big Connor Altrand. Goes a snap. That handoff's going to go
To Evan Gordon.
Evan Gordon. Picks up a couple of yards there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 on the 22-yard line.
Jed Wallace, defensive back, a senior for Springdale, with there first on the tackle.
Looking at that Springdale defensive front, they have some size. I see big number 98 in there. He is 6'1", 300.
3 bills.
So,
He's 3 bills, what we'd say.
3 bills.
That's right.
Yeah, he's a big, thick kid in there, man in the middle of that defense.
And Gordon's going to have a
Nice
piece of
move
it.
by Gordon. Gordon's going to break a nice run out to the 46-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 25 for the War Eagles, bringing up a first down. Nice run, nice blocking there on that right side, Coach.
I know you're listening to a basketball coach here, but the way I see football, when we have more of our guys in an area than they have, I like our chances, and that's what happened right there. We just had a few more guys out there, and then Gordon with a big run here, and the first down of the game for the Eagles.
One thing that has impressed me so far is our tackles, and I mentioned this in the first ball game of the year. We start 2 sophomore offensive tackles, and they've just been getting better and better as the season goes on. As that handoff goes to Gordon again, and he's going to have a nice gain. They said he was down. Springdale picked up the ball, but he was ruled down. So that's going to be a gain of 5. Be 2nd and 5 on the 41-yard line.
A real nice gain again by Gordon on first down. So it's going to bring up a relatively manageable 2nd down.
So Coach Munoz so far is going with a hot hand. Evan Gordon is having some success on that handoff to the right, like that little outside zone play there. Gordon in motion again. This time we're going to hand off, a little inside handoff, a little trap play. That's going to go to Jaden Carter. Carter gets about, I think he's going to gain 1. So that's going to bring up 3rd down for the War Eagles. Nice little wrinkle there.
So 3rd and 4, and an area of the field where this could be 4-down territory.
Yeah, Coach, you're thinking 4 downs right here. War Eagles and the flex. Going to pitch it to. He's going to be swallowed up. That's Jaden Cortez swallowed up there. Good pursuit by that Springdale defense. It's going to bring up 4th down, and yeah, it looks like the offense is going to.
Easton Hahn, from his linebacker position from Springdale, was there first to make the tackle. And it's going to be like a loss of 1, but 4th and 5.
Still 4th and manageable.
At the 42-yard line.
Let's see here. It's almost, Coach, you think here it probably, I hear it's probably going to put it in the air here. Or would they still come out in that flex, that diamond offense? Carroll looking over the, looks like Coach Munoz is going to get a timeout. Or no, Springdale's going to call timeout.
Coach Munoz there is going to do the old, maybe we can draw them offside. And when it looked like things got a little solid there, it looked like we're going to get a timeout. It's going to be the first timeout of the game. And we will stay here.
So really, really good start so far, Coach.
Fine. We're going to stay right here. We'll give you a little description of what we're dealing with here in the box and this timeout, but we've got some lights. When they are green, we're supposed to say something, and when they're red, we're supposed to hand it off. And right now they're going back and forth. I mean, so we're going to stay here.
Hey, they try to make it as simple as possible for me, Coach, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate it.
I do too. So we're going to stay right here. It's going to be 4th and 5.
Really, really good, solid drive so far. You hope they continue it here, but really good start to the game so far. Let's see what we got here on this 4th and manageable. It's very manageable. This 4th and about 6. Carroll, he's going to hand it off inside, and Springdale is going to stop forward possession. He got swallowed up, probably gained about a yard there, but the War Eagles drive stalls, and they're going to turn it over on downs. Promising drive though, Coach. We found some running lanes, and we're able to bust open a couple of good runs. It just kind of stalled out there at the end of that drive. So Springdale comes out in a like a pistol formation look, but
And a little pitch out there.
that was almost like a forward pass. Yeah, so they're going to call it. Yeah, they're going to call it a forward pass there.
Samuel Klein makes the tackle from his safety position, but it was kind of an option play and then just a pitch out for a nice gain for Springdale, making it 2nd and 3.
Springdale comes out in like an inverted. That's almost like an inverted diamond. I mean, the quarterback, instead of him being under center, he's in the shotgun formation. Is going to hand it off to the fullback there. The fullback's
He's going to be short.
I'll be short.
And when they run to that side from this angle from the box, I'm no good to you, Jermaine. I'm just telling you, because it just gets swallowed up over there. I have no idea who made the tackle. We're just going to say the Eagles made the tackle.
That's a carry by Rancel Orellana, the big fullback there, 5'11", 230. So he's another solid kid. That's going to bring up 3rd and short, about 3rd and 2 on the 50-yard line. Man in motion. They're going to hand it to the fullback again. That's Orellano's nice carry. He's going to bring the ball down to the 30 or the 41-yard line. Heritage's 41-yard line. That's going to be a first down, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Elijah Juan Smith, defensive end, tight end, makes the tackle, but it's a first down, Springdale.
Coolest name on the team, Coach.
Got to bring you back to some Houston Rocket basketball, doesn't it?
Man in motion. It's going to be a quarterback keeper there. Pretty good game. Springdale looks like he might have enough for the first down. That's quarterback number 11. That's Orion Lauta.
2nd and 2, and Springdale's got a little bit of momentum here as the ball's on the Heritage 33-yard line. Beautiful night here, Jermaine. This is 2 Fridays in a row where the flag is perfectly still.
Straight down, yeah, no wind. Don't have to worry about that making decisions of we have the wind or not in the kicking game. And that's quarterback number 9, pitches the ball, but that swallowed up there. Great pursuit by that War Eagle defense. That's going to be a loss for 2 on that play.
Diego Juarez was there first and really kind of mucked things up there, and that's going to be a nice play for the War Eagle defense.
Carson Hayter, the quarterback for the Bulldogs, brings up 3rd and about a long 3, I would say.
6:10 here left in the first. And that's the teams that don't throw, games go fast.
The games go fast. That's right. So don't go anywhere, folks. You might miss something. Hayter snaps the ball.
It's going to be some procedure.
That's a good penalty for the War Eagles defense there. It's going to back them up. 5-yard penalty.
It's going to change that 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9. 5:54 left here in the first.
I bet it changes that play call too, Coach.
I would guess. I mean, there's never a good time to get a penalty, but that definitely was not a good time to get a penalty.
3rd and 9. Hayter brings the Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage here. It looks like they have 2 wide, 2 men in the backfield, so they're probably going to look to pass it here. Oh, and there's another penalty. Maybe that's a snap infraction by the Bulldogs, so back them up 5 more yards.
Another procedure penalty. I like our chances if we can just keep the momentum here with the fall starts.
That's right. That's right. And that's one thing that drives coaches absolutely crazy is the pre-snap penalties, like 2 false starts in a row. That's aggravating, and it definitely changes the play call here. Hader back to pass. He has a man, and it is it's caught.
Complete.
It's complete. So the Bulldogs pick up. They pick up about 20 yards on that, and that's going to be 1st and 10.
Lyle Simpson was the receiver. Lyle Sampson, the receiver there for Springdale, and a nice throw and catch for a first down for Springdale. Not something we were hoping to give up, but
got to be able to get them off the field on those 3rd and long, especially 3rd and favorable. Bulldogs 1st and 10. Man in motion. Hader's going to keep it. He has some room to the outside, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Springdale. It's going to be a 25-yard scamper into the end zone.
Yeah,
blocked well there.
It did, and Hader made a nice read. It was almost kind of a counter, and he came back against the grain there. And like I said before, there wasn't a lot of blue shirts out there. We were outnumbered, and he's got some speed, and it's going to be touchdown Springdale 6-0. And back comes.
Next one is up, and it is up and good. So 5 minutes, 31 seconds left. Your score, Springdale 7, Heritage 0.
As kicker A.J. Woods, need some thicker glasses.
Well, let me turn these lights on up here, maybe.
Maybe that'll help.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way. Come on in and see for yourself.
And we're back. Springdale lining up to kick it off. Score is 7-0. 5 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Ball is away, and that's going to be fielded
By Isbell. And he's a shifty guy. He's got some speed.
Has a move there.
Pretty nice run.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line. That's the one. That's the kid I'm so excited. Like when he has the ball in his hands, folks, hold your breath because something big might happen.
Camden is the little brother of James Isbell that played some basketball for us a few years ago, and not big in stature but big in heart.
Yeah.
And James was an outstanding player for us on the basketball floor, and his little brother's outstanding receiver here on the football field. And a little spread look here to start the second drive. Julian Castaneda at quarterback.
Castaneda on the quarterback keeper. Has some room to the outside. Gains it's probably going to be about a 5-yard. Yeah, they're going to give him 5 yards. So that's 2nd and 5. And here we go, Coach. What we mentioned earlier in the pregame.
New look.
Offense number 2 comes in there. New look and, changes your eye discipline as far as your defense goes. And you have to think about another different set of problems.
Yeah, and interesting piece here. Last week against Springdale, they ran a similar play. Or Springdale, I'm sorry, against Central, they ran a similar play, and Jake Stout caught a big pass down the sideline. So
Castaneda's going to swing it to Gordon. Gordon makes a guy miss in the backfield, and he's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe even gain a yard there. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 on the 30-yard line for the War Eagles. Kind of made something out of nothing there. It was defended well by the Bulldogs.
yeah, and that
time around.
seemed a little slow to develop. The pass out to the perimeter needs a little more giddy up to get it out there before the defenders can get there. So
Yeah, you got to hit those quick.
So 3rd and 5. 4 minutes left in the first.
Castaneda, empty set, has 5 wide here. Or no, has one guy in the backfield, technically tight end. Castaneda's going to sprint, throw it back to Autran. He has some blockers. He's going to pick up a nice gain. Oh, and he comes up limping a little bit. Nice catch by the big fellow there.
He's hopping like it's an ankle. He's hopping better as he gets across the H. But a first down for the Eagles and a nice misdirection there.
Nice play design.
Yeah.
There. Had everybody going to the left and kind of screened it out, or everybody going to the right, screens it out to the left, and the big guy catches it and is able to rumble. Guys that big, they don't run, Coach. I think
they rumble.
They rumble down the side.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Big fellow with a nice catch and run there. Big Connor Autran, senior fullback. So brings up 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line of the War Eagles. Castaneda on a little quarterback draw there. Tries to find some room and get away. Defended well by the Bulldogs, and they're going to drag him down for a loss. Back at the 40.
Junior Rodriguez, defensive lineman there for Springdale, for the tackle for a loss, and not much going there, JB.
Yeah, good, well defended by the Bulldogs on that play. You saw a lot of gray hats to the football, which is what you want to see from your defense. But Castaneda has been operating this shotgun offense pretty well. 2nd and 12. Castaneda on another rollout. He's trying to find some room to the outside and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Yeah, they're not going to give him a yard there.
Tackled by Yandel Sanchez, and we're behind the sticks.
Well, they give him a loss on that play. So, yeah, that's going to be 3rd and 13. So let's see what kind of pass play that Coach Munoz draws up here. You got 4 wide. Looks like Gordon's in the backfield. Castaneda's going to take the snap. He's looking. Has a man on the sideline just out of reach. That pass was intended for Braden McCleskey. That's going to bring up 4th down, and the War Eagles are forced to punt.
Well, Autran is back in.
That's good to see.
Yeah. If you've ever played sports, you've turned that ankle, and when you first turn, you think that somebody shot you in the leg with a revolver. But a lot of times you can just kind of run them off, and it'll be a little sore tomorrow. But
Nice punt there. And that's going to be it's going to get a really favorable bounce, and that's going to roll to the 14-yard line. Really good punt there by Visuet Diaz.
Robert Pickard for the War Eagles there to cover it up at the 15-yard line. So 2:41 left here in the first, and field position in the War Eagles' favor at this moment.
This is where you want a coach right here for your defense to make a big stop here. You have favorable field position. Springdale kind of shot themselves in the foot early on in that last drive, but then they were able to hit a big pass play and able to complete the drive with a touchdown. And that's going to be a handoff to the big fullback up the middle. And he's going to gain about 13 yards.
Samuel Klein, the safety, is not who you want to be tackling the fullback. That usually is a sign of at least a big play, and they're an 11-yard gain on first down.
That's number 34, Rancel Aureliana. That's how you say his name.
Yeah, Ariana.
Aureliana.
You just give him a nickname. That's what we do as coaches when we can't pronounce your name. You get a nickname.
War Eagles showed blitz there. Nice run into the blitz, and they were able to corral the big fella that time. He only gains about 2. So that was number 24, Wilder Urias. Reese.
And they were there soon, but the big back was able to gain a couple yards even after getting hit in the backfield.
I always tell you, Coach, the mark of a good running back, fall forward.
Isn't that right?
Fall forward. You know, if you fall forward, you can at least fall forward a yard. And that's what the big fella did that time. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs. A hater on the quarterback.
And the ball
keeper
is
there, and
loose.
the ball is out, and Heritage says they have it.
Yes.
And we do have
and
it.
a turnover to the War Eagles' favor right there. Great job, War Eagle defense. It's going to set them up on the Springdale side of the field at the 37-yard line, and that's the first big play. That's what we needed, Jermaine. That's what we needed.
Big lick there. What was that number? Who made that? I wish we had a replay on that one.
That was one of those angles from up here where it was angling away toward the Springdale, and I just can't see it. I mean, it's just wadded up there, and I just can't see. So
looking at that play, there was a big boom, and then all of a sudden the ball was out. So War Eagle, very impressive stand by the War Eagle defense, and we're going to go back to the flex bone with Carroll at quarterback. They're going to pitch that off to Evan Gordon, and Gordon's going to get a nice gain on first down.
he made a nice move there to cut it upfield. Springdale did a good job setting the edge. You taught me that last year, Jermaine, setting the edge. I've been using that a lot. I just want you to know. They did a good job setting the edge. I got my hands out here if you can't see me. And Evan was able to cut it upfield for a nice gain, 2nd and 5.
I like the way we're platooning these quarterbacks because, you know, at the beginning of the season, we thought Braden Carroll was the thrower guy, you know. But he's been in this game, and he's really operated the offense, hadn't put the ball in the air. And, you know, you'd think of Julian Castaneda as more of an athletic run-the-ball type kid, you know.
Yeah, and I didn't – you got to give him a lot of credit because, you know, it ain't easy to teach – it ain't easy. It ain't easy to teach one system, let alone teach two. And War Eagles have a little success here offensively early in the season.
Oh, that's going to be that's a false start. Big number 64. That time that big sophomore offensive tackle, big Dante Carrillo.
Yeah, and I don't think the rule is like it is on Sunday. So I don't think the rule is the same as in the NFL. If that defensive player moves in front of you and then you move as an offensive player.
It's still, yeah.
In high school, it's still false start.
Yeah,
so.
in college and pros, it's encroachment. So that's the end of the first quarter. We're going to send it down to Carson Coleman. She has Coach Munoz. I want to get his thoughts on the first quarter.
Hey War Eagles, I'm Carson Coleman. Today I'm here with the legend, Coach K. Coach K, tell us a little bit about the history that we made last year. We didn't just make school history, we made state history.
That's right. Last year we were the first 6A team in the state of Arkansas to win regional, dual state, and state championships all in the same year. And it was a big moment for our guys and our school, and it was great.
So how are we going to do the same thing this year?
Well, it's a long road to there. We're just trying to get better. We're trying to develop. Guys are having a great off season. We're putting in the time and the work, and we're trying to do everything that we can to replicate as much success as we have had in the past.
Thank you so much. Wrestling season is coming up. It's the best season. So much fun. Stay tuned for wrestling. Bye. Awesome.
That was like very.
So we're back here, third and a few, and Braden Carroll is going to be taken down by number 4. That's Raxum Reckham. And I've heard that guy's name before, and what a name for a linebacker. Raxon, and that's Rechim.
And that's his real name,
And
folks.
that is his real name. And I may not be pronouncing it correctly, but.
And we'd like to thank Carson. I misspoke on that. That was Coach
Alvy Killingsworth, our
wrestling
state champion
coach.
wrestling coach.
State champion wrestling coach. Thank you, CC, for that interview. And this is going to bring up 4th and long. And, well, you're in go-for-it territory here. So the War Eagles 4 wide. Man in motion. Looks like
timeout. War Eagles. And with that timeout, we'll take a short break.
All right, folks, and we're back. So the War Eagles setting to go for it on 4th and long. Castaneda is looking to throw it. Can't find a man, rolls to his right, looking, still looking. He's going to have to get rid of it, and the ball is not caught. Looks like number 10, Jaden Cortez, had a shot at it, but he would have, depending on where he caught the ball, he might have been short regardless. So the War Eagles are going to turn the ball over on downs, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Springdale Bulldogs on their 38-yard line. Folks, I have a very special guest joining me in the booth, Mr. Chip Greenwell. He is our esteemed principal at Heritage High School. Chip, great to be with you.
Hey, Jermaine, thanks so much. I'm happy to be here, excited for a great evening and great day. Happy homecoming to you.
Thank you. Very lovely evening. At the beginning of the game, we saw our awesome homecoming court. One of the many great things that is happening here at Heritage High School. Chip, talk to us about all the exciting things that we have coming up and what we have going on, and really received some big news from the state last week.
Yeah, we were super excited. The entire staff and school community and students have been working just incredibly hard, and we won. We got some really great information that the state grades every school based on a number of factors, primarily how are kids doing? Are they learning? Are they growing? Are they achieving? What's graduation look like? How many kids are in advanced classes? How many kids are going to CTE or career technical education classes? And just super excited to share that we got the highest score we've ever gotten in our school history. We jumped mightily. We went from a C to a very, very strong B. Never had that in our entire school, and I'm just so honored to work alongside such just incredible students, amazing teachers and office staff and custodians and support staff and just the nutrition team and everyone in between. It takes everyone, and I'm so excited about where we are, but I'm even more excited about what's to come because we're not stopping now. We're going to keep growing and keep doing amazing things, and we're excited for where the War Eagles are and what's going to happen.
That was a run by the Bulldogs there, number 24, Wilder Udarisi. I struggle with these names.
I totally understand.
That's going to be a pickup for the Bulldogs there, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10 on the War Eagle 14-yard line. Springdale putting up a pretty good drive here. See if our defense can hold. Another big event next week. It seems like big things are happening all over Heritage. We got our big second annual car show.
Yeah, we are so excited. Our booster club is incredible, and they saw a really neat opportunity last year that said, hey, every Saturday we have this beautiful giant parking lot. Let's do something with it. Let's do something with it. And so many of our community members and students love car culture. And so we're having our second annual Booster Club fundraiser this year. 100% of proceeds go back to students. Another great thing about this is we are an official partner with Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. Wow. And they have been wonderful to work with. We are super excited to have them. We think we're going to have a ton of new motorcycles. We've added and some motorcycle that's going to be part of the competition as well. We have a student section where kids can compete. It's free for them to enter, but it's going to be a great time. We got a live band. We have multiple food trucks. We're going to open up our career center and let people look around. Students are going to show all the great stuff they're doing with automotive and diesel and welding and manufacturing and construction. And we're just excited to invite the community.
And I know you and I talked last year at the first annual car show. And the response for some students, Chip, was just amazing. I mean, it's just like you mentioned to me last year, it's just a different way to reach a different student. You know, maybe you don't have the student that's the athlete or in the drama club or in FBLA or in the arts, but, you know, you have that one kid that he digs cars.
Absolutely.
And he has a car and he works on his car and, you know, I remember the young fellow that came up to you last year was like, hey, this is one of the coolest things this school's ever done. And, you know, just the different, it's like I mentioned, the different type of kids, you know, you reach out to. So it just makes us look like, you know, hey, we're trying to do everything to incorporate the entire student body.
Yeah, and that's such an important thing for our entire staff. We talk so often about we have just under 2,000 students here, and every student deserves an incredible high school experience. And they're going to have different interests, different things they care about, and our job is simply to honor that and to celebrate that and celebrate who they are and get them excited to be a part of the Heritage community because we got some wonderful things happening. Wow, that was not a bad run back there.
Big return there that's that number one. Coach Olson and I always talk about the jitterbug, Camden Isbell. Like I said, when he gets the ball in his hands, folks, hold your breath because something cool is about to happen.
He's a speed demon, and I will also say just an excellent young man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Great character, hard worker.
So if you're his parents out there listening, hey, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, be very proud.
Yeah, I'm so impressed by Coach Munoz and the way he leads his team. Of course, they learn football and all the technical side of that, but really he focuses a lot on what does it take beyond the field to help out life after football, whether that's after high school or after college. We want these young men to really, excel in all areas of life.
That was Julian Castaneda swallowed up on that first down run. Looks like he's going to lose a yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11 on the War Eagles' own 28-yard line. We've had some success moving the ball here. Just need to finish off a drive and put it into the end zone.
Absolutely. I know Coach Munoz and the entire coaching staff have been working super hard. They're trying out a couple new things tonight, which it's been fun to watch.
It's been a lot of fun as that pass Castaneda swings it out to Isbell. Isbell's able to pick up about 5, so that's going to bring up 3rd and about 8 on the War Eagle 32-yard line. Chip, it's been awesome. Thank you so much, sir.
Jermaine, thank you. So glad to be here on the War Eagle Sports Network. And I'm going to give it back to the legend. The legend,
I call him the legend.
The one and only Tom Olson.
That's right.
And the dynamic duo between you two is amazing to watch and listen. So thank you very much for the time.
So much,
and so excited. And we'll have a great rest of the game here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So Sanchez for Springdale, Yandel Sanchez makes the tackle, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the War Eagles as they're going to be forced to punt it away here. Nice punt there. It's going to get past the returner. Let's see if he's going to try to scoop it up. A little bit of a bad, well, no, not a bad decision because that ball would have probably rolled back until like at least the 10-yard line. But as a coach, you kind of hold your breath on that one. Coach, like, no. Okay, good job.
That's right. No. Good shot. So. But Springdale will take over at their own 19. And a big stop pending here for the War Eagles. Here, kind of a tipping point probably with 6 minutes plus here in the second quarter. They need to get off the field.
Especially the way these offenses are. I mean, they've hit some big runs, but they hit the big pass down here on that last drive, but not a lot of passes. Just like you said earlier, Coach, this game's gone by quick.
It's rolling good. I mean, I'm going to date myself here, but we used to say it would be home by the news.
Oh, nice one-head catch there. Nice pass by Hayter, and that's going to
Easton Hahn.
Beat the Easton Hahn. Boy, that was a nice catch there. Kind of one-handed it and brought it in and controlled it. And
yeah, Easton Hahn was just a beautiful one-handed catch there up the sideline. A big gain for Springdale. They're going to flip the field. Ball's going to be at the 45-yard line of Heritage.
Springdale, last couple drives, they've been able to hit us with a big pass play. War Eagle defense digging in here on the 45-yard, on their own 45-yard line. It's a good
it's Ariana.
run. Good blitz there by number 41. That's Santiago Cortez.
Another carry by the big fullback Ariana. And the blitz came, and it was a pretty good play call, but Heritage was able to kind of cover that up when the blitzer ran right by the ball carrier.
That little run, I mean, this is like the third time that they've had that little blitz. And Springdale just runs right into it, And I'm guessing, they're just kind of, with blitz pickup, their line is kind of struggling with that. So we were able to have some success. There's the big fullback again. You're going to get a heavy dose of that kid, folks. He's going to rumble up to about a 12-yard gain. That's going to be enough to move the sticks. So that's going to be another first down for the Springdale Bulldogs on their own 30. I'm going to call it the 34-yard line there.
Kind of a tipping point like we talk about in a lot of games, and I think any sport has that moment of the game where you can really gain an advantage one way or the other. It looks like we have a equipment infraction. See if Springdale can get this. So there's 22 seconds on the play clock, so they're going to get the play off.
It's going to be a handoff to the fullback again, and he's going to hit a wall and fall forward.
It just reminds me of a story that, big backs and, maybe we need more than one guy on that cat. Lou Holt said, when they're getting ready to play Earl Campbell, he told one of his D-backs, he said, don't try and tackle him by yourself, kid. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about tonight. I mean, that's just basically he told him just kind of grab on and hang on until somebody can help you.
Hold on for dear life.
And that big cat Ariana for Springdale, he is a load.
They have two big kids. Urice and that's going to be another flip. Oh, that's going to be the quarterback Hayter. He's going to step out of bounds on the quarterback keeper, but it's enough for about a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, it was a keeper, but there is a flag on the field. Not very many of those tonight, a few false start penalties, but that looks like it's going to be a hold.
Holding on the offense, so that's going to negate that run there and back them up 10 yards. I don't think Heritage, we haven't had a penalty yet.
No, we haven't.
No, we have not.
Thanks
had
for
a penalty.
pointing.
Well, here, there's some woods. Okay, let me knock on
You were right.
I mean,
That's going to negate, and what I learned from last week from my good friend John Coleman, that there's a different, the holding downfield is different than the holding
at
in the
line of
bag.
scrimmage.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's at the point. It's gonna at the point of the infraction.
Right. So they're going to mark 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and that's going to be second and
8.
Second and 8.
So Hayter takes a snap. He's going to fake it. Looks like he's going to swing it to Urice, and a little bit too out of Urice's reach there. Had a pretty good play design there. He had some space, but just couldn't complete the pass.
Yeah, and it looked like, and it's hard to see that, but we had our hands up, and we took that passing lane away that would have completed the pass. So it's just a kind of a testament. You're just getting your hands up.
That's one thing. Good defensive line coaching there. It's like, hey, if you're not going to get pressure, just get them hands up and alter those passing lane. Good technique there.
Yeah, and you could see the angle here by the Springdale quarterback. He just couldn't get it there because there was somebody in his way.
Urice going to get the ball, hand it off, and he's going to be stopped at the 30-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to send the field goal unit on.
A.J. Woods is coming on for the Bulldogs. And I know I say this every year, but I think it's worth saying. How do two cities 5 miles apart have the same mascot? The Fayetteville Bulldogs and the Springdale Bulldogs.
Well, they back in the old days before the schools were split, what they called the Battle of the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Well, it was Fayetteville and Springdale were the huge rivalry, and then it was Mounties and Bentonville.
Yeah. So that's going to be a
nice kick.
44-yard field.
44-yard field goal, and he's going to connect.
He's going to connect. He barely made it. It's a nice kick. He made it across the crossbar just by ever so slightly, but it still counts 3 points.
And in high school, there's some, every now and then you run into a team with a really good, kicker. But, 40, what'd you say, Coach, that's 45-yard? That's not a gimme in high school.
No. The ball was spotted just inside of the 35-yard line. So, with the 30, we'll say 34 to the goal line plus the 10 in the end zone, there's your math on the 44-yard field goal. Even a basketball coach could figure that out.
So Springdale able to tack on another 3 points on the scoreboard. 2:18 left in the first half. Your score 17-0. They're going to send this one. Yeah, that's going to be back of the end zone there. Nice kick. Well, that's through the uprights.
Yeah, and A.J. Woods, it has, the kickoff is, he has some strength. He has some power.
He has a strong leg, definitely.
Heritage is going to take over at the 20 with 2:19 left here in the first half.
Which, that's also big, too. I mean, you have a guy with a leg like that, every, Heritage's starting field position, every drive is on your 20. So, they got to drive 80 yards every time they get the ball, and, your defense can get creative, and which allows your defense to get creative to mix up their looks on defense, confuse your offense. Hopefully, for them, they want to get a big lost yardage play. So Castaneda in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off, or no, he's going to keep it. He's going to look for some room to run, and he's going to throw it. Has a man behind the defense. He had that's big. Was that big Connor?
Connor Autran, who turned his ankle earlier. But Castaneda let her fly.
Yeah, that was a good throw. And Connor, he is deceptively fast.
He's a big kid, and he is fast.
A
yes.
big kid, and he's able to get behind a defense coach.
He's listed fullback linebacker.
Yeah.
6 feet tall, 215-pound senior, and he had him beat.
Yeah, had him beat. Just a really good defensive play there at the end by the Bulldogs. And Carroll
is going to pitch it out to Evan Gordon, and he's going to get about a yard.
Brings up 3rd down for the War Eagles.
we're going to have a timeout. And with the timeout, let's take a timeout here, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from CertainTeed. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
At Arvest Bank, we believe financial confidence should be within reach for everyone. Whether you're just getting started, planning for your future, or starting a new chapter, we're here to help you plan and reach your goals every step of the way. Because everyone.
And we're back, folks, with the War Eagles facing 3rd and 8 on their own 22-yard line. Braden Carroll is going to hand it off on a little trap play up the middle, read well by the Bulldogs, and he is swallowed up in the backfield.
Springdale going to take another timeout. 4th and 12 here. They're going to preserve as much time as they can to get the ball back with 1:53. And really no decision here but to punt the ball and play defense.
Yeah, they're going to try to score again here.
As we say, you know, the Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, Monday morning quarterbacks, there's no sin in punting.
That's right.
No single playing football averages more yards gained than a punt across the season.
I was watching.
One deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank. We believe.
At Fence Guys, we believe in building more than just fences.
Heritage in punt formation.
Good snap, good punt. Gets it out of there. I see it's just going to let that one die and roll. That takes a very good War Eagle favorable bounce there, and Springdale will have the ball at their own 26-yard line with 1:43 seconds left to go in the half. So this is pretty much going to be a 2-minute, whatever version of a 2-minute offense that Springdale has here, Coach. And see if they can get it down the field. War Eagles were able to hold them to a field goal their last drive, but their last 2 drives has been touchdown, field goal. So we need to stop here.
So Springdale will take over with 1:43 and a timeout.
Hayter has gone the whole way at quarterback for the Bulldogs. He's going to hand it off. Nice room up the middle there for Urice. A big gainer there on the first. Was able to pick up a first down for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs going no huddle here.
1:34.
Oh, and they got a false start. Looks like that's going to be got set. Oh, no, timeout. Heritage calls timeout. Looks like number 25, I thought, got set. Lyle Simpson got set, and then he moved, so that kind of threw me off there.
Yeah, there was some movement there, and then we kind of killed it with a timeout. So with 1:30 left, I believe that's Heritage's final timeout.
So I guess Coach Munoz didn't like what he saw out of there on that formation from the Bulldogs, so he burns his last time out. But it was a good time out there.
It is. You can't take them with you into the next.
I was just about to say that too.
They like basketball. You don't save them for the last 2 minutes. You can kill it 5 times in the last few minutes of the game. So.
Yeah, they're not old school cell phone minutes.
No.
they don't roll over into
That's
the
right.
second half. So, Coach Munoz and staff going over the defense, kind of make sure everybody is, what I like to say, on the same sheet of music. Make sure everybody's in sync. Like the Bulldogs come out of that same look. Trips to the left, and that's going to be a false start, I believe.
Well, no wonder they're moving the ball. They're getting a head start, Jermaine.
That is their fourth false start. We attribute that to the
That
War
they
Eagle
called.
crowd.
That they called. There was probably a lot more that they didn't call.
We're going to attribute that. We're going to attribute that to the War Eagle crowd. All that
Exactly.
noise we're making down
Exactly.
there. I really, that's so. That what 1 year Arkansas like led the nation. The Razorbacks led the nation in like teams with false start penalties. But this is going to be Hader's going to have a nice little gain. Gets out to the 44-yard line, but that's going to bring up second and about 6.
Marcus Watkins from his cornerback position, sophomore there, makes a nice play to knock the quarterback out. 2nd and 6, but the clock will stop with him going out of bounds.
Playing a lot of sophomores, Coach. That's one thing. I look up and down this roster and look on the depth chart. We have a lot of youth. And, right now, in the future, that's going to bode very well for us. A lot of youth and a lot of size. So Hader, he's going to hand it off to the big fullback, and he's going to rumble. That's Orellana, Rancel Orellana.
Will Stone runs him down from his defensive end position. Wills looks like he's a little shaken up there, but that's going to be first down Springdale with 1:16 left.
Orellana is going to find some room up the middle. Another big gainer, another first down run for the big fullback. And Springdale is going to hurry up, and they're going to run it. Minute 7 seconds left. They're on the ball, and they're going to snap it. Another handoff. Oh, that's going to be Hader going to keep it on the option here. And he's going to dance and get down to about the 5, and that's going to be first and goal.
It's 3 straight plays for first down in 59 seconds. Springdale has not put the ball up in the air with a minute 53 left. They're a minute away from scoring.
Oh, what's the call here?
And we're going to get another false start penalty.
Ball, false start. That's right. So that's going to be first and goal from the – that's going to back them up to the 14. Excuse me, first and goal from the 14.
So Springdale's running game has been tremendous here in the first half.
They've been able to hit some good holes there, and they've had a lot of running room. And that's going to be a handoff to the big fella again, Orellana. And he's going to bust it up to about
40 seconds remaining. 2nd and goal.
So no timeouts here.
12 yards.
You don't think they're going to put it on the ground. Orellana is going to get stopped here at the 3-yard line. At 23 seconds left.
Springdale is just going to rush it up there. It's the Gulf Smiles On philosophy, and they're just going to run the same play again. And there it is. The keeper to the quarterback. He makes a move.
He's going to be stopped.
He's short, 4th down. Clock is ticking.
They're not going to be able to get a play
And
off.
then timeout with 6 seconds remaining.
Did they have another timeout?
They did have one timeout
okay,
left.
so they're going to run their kicker out there, maybe. It's 4th down. Defense held tough there. Well, that ball looks like it's going to be on the 1-foot line.
Yeah, it
there.
looks like it's inside the 1.
So I'm thinking Springdale's probably going to try to go for a touchdown.
I would assume so. I think, 20. Is there a lot of difference
We
between
create
being up
spaces where
17-0 and
memories are
20-0? But there's a lot of difference
Whether
between
it's
17
the
and
timeless
20.
beauty of cedar, the low maintenance
This one,
ornamental
they're gonna-
iron fence,
What's that? The most hated
or
play
the
in
robust
football.
The tush
chain
push,
link. We
yeah.
offer a
I'm
range
so
of
sick of that
options
play.
to suit your needs.
Coach.
Proudly
But I'm not
supporting
an Eagles
local high
fan
school
either.
athletics,
The brotherly
making
shove.
every backyard a place to play, laugh, and connect. Ready to transform your backyard? Visit fenceguys.com for a free estimate today.
And we're back. Springdale lined up, and they got a false start. So that's going to definitely change the plans for the Bulldogs. And, yeah, they're going to send their kicker out. Just like you mentioned earlier, Coach, it's a big difference, being up 17-20, but, it's an even bigger difference being, from 17 to 24 points.
Yes, that's right. And the false start penalty, they really cost them a touchdown because they were, inches away.
I believe it's their 5th false start of the night, Coach.
That they called.
That they've called.
That kick is up, and it looks to be good.
So they're just going to let the time roll off. So at halftime, your score is Springdale 20, Heritage 0. We will be back for your second half here shortly, folks. Stay tuned.
And there they are, the hope for our future, the stars of our dreams, the pride of Heritage. It is an honor for the pride of Heritage to take the field and perform for you tonight. The Heritage Band and Band Boosters would like to thank Dr. Perry, the Rogers School Board, as well as Chip Greenwell and the entire Heritage admin staff for their continued support for your band and all performing arts. We would also like to thank our boss student section for being the best student section in all of Arkansas. You can show your support for the band by visiting the South Concession Stand and partaking in some delicious beverages and some working tacos. You can also come out on
Fence Guys, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way.
Come on in and see for yourself.
home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
At Arvest Bank, we believe financial confidence should be within reach for everyone. Whether you're just getting started, planning for your future, or starting a new chapter, we're here to help you plan and reach your goals every step of the way. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, are getting ready to kick off this second half of the ball game. Homecoming night here on the beautiful campus of Heritage High School in Rogers, Arkansas. Your score is 20-0 in favor of the Springdale Bulldogs. Saw some good things, Coach, but it's kind of the theme of the first half, finish.
Yeah, finish. And you know, if you look at the positives, I don't think there was a penalty even after we knocked on the wood. And
I'll know.
and no turnovers.
Yeah.
Things to build on, but just an inability to stop. You know, the kind of the punishing run game from Springdale has just been kind of running the ball right down our throats, and we got to find a way to slow that down a little bit.
It's like we mentioned earlier in the early part of our broadcast. Springdale's offense, the type of offense they want to do, it's not so much of an offensive system. It's a style of play. It's an attitude. You know, you line up and you want to run the ball. That means, we want our team identity to be smash mouth, hardcore, toughness. And when we get into the later stages of a ball game, we're counting on you to quit. And so far, our guys have, we're still competing. We just need to clean up some things, like you mentioned, Coach. Just need to clean up some things in the run and close up some gaps. And but in the same vein, offensively, we've had some promising drives, but they've stalled. And just like we mentioned earlier, finish. That's the big key.
Yeah, and some of the things that you would hope. Let's make Springdale beat us some other way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they've proven in the first half here that they're going to run the ball between the tackles and they can beat us that way. So let's take that away and see if there's something else that they can do. And if that doesn't work out, at least we've done all we can.
Yeah.
And then, from an offensive standpoint, we were able to sustain some first downs, but we had some negative plays, tackles for losses that kind of set us behind the sticks. We weren't able to recover. So Heritage is going to kick it off here, and we're going to start the second half of football.
Springdale, as we mentioned, Springdale won the toss, and they deferred. So gets a chance to, they want to add to that lead. And we're going to kind of squib it, and it ball's on the ground, and Heritage is going to recover it. Great sky kick there, just mishandled by the Springdale up back, and a costly mistake to start the second half. What a jolt of energy right there, Coach.
No kidding. And if you see Heritage play, you better be prepared for some creativity on kickoffs, because
I like that word, Coach, creativity.
And they do. And if you watch War Eagles play, that's not out of the ordinary. In fact, that's more ordinary than out of the ordinary. So nice play and good job in special teams. And we're off with Braden Carroll under center.
out in that flex bone look. Gordon goes in motion, but they're going to swallow Braden Carroll up. It looks like he kind of like he was trying to get it off the big Autran, the fullback, but just didn't have a good mesh. So he's going to try it on the keeper, and he's going to lose about 2 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
The whole pack of dogs on that tackle.
Yeah, he was tackled by everybody, all 11 hats.
All 11. Somebody's got to block somebody out there.
And you see right now the Bulldogs have like 8 guys in the box, so they're expecting that run, and they're going to give that over to Cortez, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. But it looks like some little extracurriculars out there, Coach.
Yeah,
let's see who's calling. Who's that on?
That's a post-play foul.
So that's a big one.
It's going to be a personal foul on somebody.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike is the normal call in Springdale or in high school.
Oh, and they're going to back. It looks like it's on the Bulldogs. 15-yarder. That's a big one. And that's in 15 yards plus an automatic first down.
Well, these are things that in any sport are going to get you beat. Now, you're not prepared on the kick, the ensuing kickoff, and then with Heritage behind the sticks, then you're going to get a personal foul penalty. Sometimes even good teams don't overcome things like that.
Yeah. So that's going to be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. That's going to be a give to the big fullback, Autran. And
he's going to get a yard.
Hey, got a yard. Some more laundry. What do we have here?
And it looks like another referee is talking to the Springdale kids, and that's number 4.
Oh, he's coming off, Coach.
And that, as we said before, one of the best defensive player names in Northwest Arkansas with Raxon Reckham.
Raxon Reckham. Going to have to wreck on that sideline.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the coach was like, come here, son. Let's talk.
30 yards of penalties here to start the half. So Heritage got to take advantage of this.
In that situation, as a coach, what would you do there? Could just kind of bring the guy to the sideline, kind of let him calm down?
Yeah,
talk,
I think that's an exit. You know, one of the staples for us is a lack of focus and a lack of effort. And there's a handoff, and he's got a chance.
As Cortez is going to get down to the 1-foot line. Nice run there.
Safety Brady Webster for Springdale makes a touchdown-saving tackle. And number 4, Reckham, is back in the game.
But as you were saying, it's like you said, lack of focus.
Lack of effort will get you taken out of the game. You know, an aggressive mistake will leave you in there. We want you to play aggressive, but when you lose focus and you're not playing hard.
Oh, that's going to be a false start on I believe it's all right tackle.
That's one of the. Who was talking about penalties?
First penalty. Still pretty good to get your first penalty with 10 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. And that was your first penalty, and it's the false start variety. Just hope that you can overcome that. It's still 1st and goal at the. That's going to be 1st and goal at the 11-yard line.
The 6. So the 5-yard penalty is going to make it first.
Oh, that's 6. Okay.
At the 6. And again, in this flex wishbone.
Oh, nice pitch to Gordon. Oh no, did we fumble it? That's going to be a turnover.
Well, the ball was pitched to Gordon, which I don't think Gordon was expecting the ball to be pitched to him. It hit him on the hip. Mm-hmm. And then Braden Carroll, not quick enough to get on it, and a catastrophic mistake there with a chance to score.
And, the look that they gave us defensively, like we mentioned earlier, in that look, they're going to give you about 8 or 9 guys in the box, coach, and then just kind of blitz. And, maybe we couldn't pitch it to the outside because, a lot of times they send more guys than you can block, is what they say.
Yeah. And then back to the fullback, and he's
upended at the 19-yard line.
Urice again. He's going to have some big numbers on the on the ground here.
Well, Reese and
Oriana.
They're gonna. I would like to see the stats. I mean, I bet both guys might top 100 yards.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt because they've only thrown a couple of passes.
Gives it to the big guy, Oriana, and he's going to get stopped, but then his second effort is going to push him past the first down marker, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 24-yard line, or 20. We'll give him 23-yard line.
See, and in that play, we had some good penetration, but we're unable to make the tackle. And then he's able to scoot out and really makes a play falling forward, as you said earlier. It's just something we've got to do a better job at. You got to execute. We got to make a play when we have the chance.
One thing I was thinking about before this game, I come from an era of football where you see teams like this. That's going to be a soft flag fly, I thought. But Reese is going to have a really nice gain.
And
that's
that
gonna be a
particular
first down.
That particular time, we had the defensive end take the quarterback, but we had nobody on the pitch.
This one.
And that's bad news.
They always say with triple option teams, it's defense. It's assignment football.
That's
you
right.
You hear it all the time. Old school rules were
tackle all three.
Yep, tackle all three.
I mean, even a basketball coach said, you got him, you got him, and you got him. And every play they get tackled, don't care if they have the ball or not.
So D-line gets the dive man. Linebackers get the quarterback. DBs get the pitch guy. And there's the big dive man again. Speaking of dive man,
it's Ariana again.
That's
Will
a big
Stone
boy.
on the tackle.
Big boy pushing the pile there. He's going to gain about 6 there. Brings up 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs, and they're on their own 43-yard line, and they're putting together a pretty good drive here. 7 minutes, 54 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Clock running. Hader gets them lined up. Reese in motion. They're going to give it to the big boy, and he's going to be stonewall that time, Coach. He might have lost a couple of yards there.
He did. Number 77, Brian Granados from his defensive tackle position. I think he said, "I've had enough of this," and kind of blew that up from the very beginning. And then he was there to make the final stop. So 3rd down and 4.
So they're definitely going to keep it on the ground. So
Springdale's offensive line deceivingly large. I
Yeah.
mean, the right tackle is 6'4", 290.
Yeah.
Left tackle is 6'3", 285. And whatever, the white jerseys don't make them look quite that big. But now that when you look close, they're that big. And there's the pitch again. And the ball is loose.
Ball's loose. And
And
he's
still loose. The ball is still loose.
Still loose.
And still loose. And it looks like Heritage is going to get on it.
Refs are away. Did we recover? Oh, they're fighting for it on that pile, and
Heritage going to be Heritage's ball.
They're going to come up with their 2nd turnover of the game, folks.
The Shaqtin' a Fool stuff. You ever watch that? And, that's been like a staple at our house, being a basketball coach. But I can just hear Shaq saying, tragic Johnson moment. And that was a tragic Johnson moment. There's about 7 guys had a chance to get on that ball, and we come up with it. So a big play to get the ball back for Heritage.
Or that old school, Monday Night Football. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, come on, man.
So Braden Carroll is going to go back out on the field under center, and usually when Carroll's in the game, they're going to run that diamond set, diamond T. Man in motion. Again, they tried to give it to Connor Autran.
And he falls forward.
Yeah.
Which would have been a 2 or 3 yard loss, turns into only about a half a yard loss. But
that's all you could do there. Like I said, they're loading that box and they're sending everybody. And I mean, typically sending in more guys than you can block, and it's really nothing you can do. I'd like to see us get creative there and just sneak somebody out of the backfield and into the flat, or send the tight end over the middle.
Yeah, you almost think that now's the time for that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you kind of train the defense into playing, and they're kind of getting some success. So some kind of little wrinkle here might be really effective.
Carroll, really. Oh, he's going to be twisted back. That's an ugly tackle there. Oh, he's going to back. He's going to bounce up. He's going to lose about 4 yards on there. So you're going to have to throw the ball now. And Castaneda's coming in at quarterback, so that changes the look for the Bulldogs because they know it's going to be a pass.
Yeah, you're thinking here though, and this time of the game with 5:30 left in the third, just get half of it and get the next half on the next play.
So Castaneda in the shotgun, 4 wide, trips to the right. Castaneda's going to fake it, and he's going to roll looking for some space. Find somebody open, and it is intercepted. Like the Bulldogs are going to get the interception at their 49-yard line.
There's a flag on the field.
Wrexham wreck 'em with the pick. Let's see what the flag is, though. They'll get the turnover, but they will get penalized 15 yards, personal foul. So the turnover will stand, but the Bulldogs.
It's not the most catastrophic of turnovers with the penalty. You're looking at a punting situation there. Where they were going to punt was at their own about 45-yard line.
Yep.
So the turnover you could estimate maybe as a 10-yard loss for Heritage, and it puts the ball at the 34-yard line of Springdale.
Yeah. So the War Eagles were able to get off the field this last drive with the turnover. Let's see if we can get off the field here this drive. Hayter hands it off to the fullback, Orellana, and he's still going, Big physical run there by the big fullback. He's going to gain about 15 yards there, and that's going to.
How many after contact, JB?
Yak yards. That's about. He had at least 12 yak yards there, Coach. That's the old Coach Mike Isom from UCA. Yak yards.
Yak yards.
Hey, that was a big deal for our running when I was at my time at UCA. That was a big stat, and they took pride in our running backs took pride in yak yards.
And that time, Reese with the carry.
Swallowed up. Good.
And swallowed up by 35. That's Gibson Ricketts. And that time, they were able to make the big lad go sideways. And
That's
a lot less dangerous when he's running laterally than when he's got a head of steam going downfield.
Exactly. I mean, a kid that size getting north, I mean, it's like you said, Coach, he's hard to stop. I mean, the best thing, the old coaching wisdom would be, like, you get a big back like that, don't let his feet get moving. Try to get to his feet as quick as you can, right?
Yeah.
Hayter back to pass. He's going to throw it. Oh, nice catch by number 11. And, he makes a physical move there. That's going to be a huge gain caught by Orion Liatu.
Marcus Watkins was on the coverage, and he was an eyelash away from deflecting that or even picking that off. But it turns into a big gain and a reception, one of the few receptions for Springdale. But it's a big play ball at the 14 of Heritage.
Yeah, there have been more option pitches than passes in this game, Coach.
Yeah, no doubt.
Old school.
But when you're Springdale at this time of the game with this kind of lead, there's no sense taking any risks.
Yeah. Especially this clock is the way this clock's going to run. Hayter, he's going to hand it off to Urice, and he's going to get in. It looks like, they're going to get.
Urice is going to score. Watkins from his D-back position makes the tackle, but not until that ball is across the goal line. It's going to be 26-0.
I believe
Springdale.
That's Urice's second touchdown of the ball game, I believe. And Springdale is on to kick the extra point. Got got a flag. Did we get a false start on the field goal attempt?
Offsides on.
Offsides. It's our second penalty.
This is a catastrophic penalty for Springdale. They are actually 6 inches closer now.
Oh, yeah.
And they're still kicking the extra point.
Don't see why they wouldn't go for 2 here to kind of make it even 28. They're going to take the extra point, and it is good. So with 3 minutes, 23 seconds left in the third quarter, your score, Springdale 27, Heritage nothing. We're going to take a quick break here, and we will be back.
At Fence Guys, we believe in building more than just fences. We create spaces where memories are made. Whether it's the timeless beauty of cedar, the low-maintenance ornamental iron fence, or the robust
And we're back, folks. Springdale lining up for the kickoff. Looks like this is going to be fielded.
That's Isbell.
Isbell. The jitterbug. Oh, has some space. Has some room. Isbell out to the outside. Still fighting for yards. He's going to get that up to about the 28-yard line. Good return there.
You know, those little guys kind of fool you a little bit. You know, they used to, you know, the obvious little guy in basketball is Muggsy Bogues, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, you watch Muggsy play as a basketball player, and you say, well, that guy's little. But what you didn't know is he bench pressed about 400 pounds.
I didn't know that.
And, I mean,
wow.
squatted about, you know, almost 500. So, I mean, he was so stout and so strong that even though he was only about 5'3", he still was, you know, a physical specimen. And
Yeah.
Isbell's a little bit like that. I mean, he takes a lick, but the kid is strong. I mean, he's small, but he is strong.
Castaneda out at quarterback. They're going to hand it off to Gordon there. Gordon's going to find some room out there on that left side, and he's going to get that ball up to about the 22-yard line. Good gain on first down. At this point, Coach, you know, if you're the offense, it's all about stacking plays, good plays on top of good plays.
Yeah, you got to have some kind of progression, some kind of progressive nature, and sometimes that starts small. You know, like in athletics, and sometimes it's just a kind of a mindset of starting to get some kind of momentum going.
We offer a range
if it's
of
just the
options
first down,
to suit your
and
needs.
it's
Proudly
10.1
supporting
yards.
local
It's
high
still a
school
first down.
athletics,
And
making
that's kind of what
every
we got to
backyard a
move
place
the
to
sticks
play,
here a little bit and keep our
laugh,
defense off
and
the field.
connect.
And if it takes us
Ready to
5-6 minutes
transform
maybe
your
to get a score,
backyard?
it may just
Visit
have to be that.
fenceguys.com
you know?
for a free estimate today.
When they
Fence
say
Guys,
there's no 27
proudly serving
point play.
Northwest
Right.
Arkansas.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way.
Come on in and see for yourself.
So we're back, and Heritage is going to have the ball second and about 7 on their own 31-yard line.
Autran goes in motion. Castaneda takes a snap. He's looking, flushed. Screen pass read very well by number 44. That's a Shern Paul, senior linebacker. Pass goes to Evan Gordon.
Some scores of interest from around the conference. Rogers is smashing Fort Smith Northside 45-0 in the third quarter. Interesting score here at Bentonville West. They're up 31-7 on Fayetteville.
Wow.
So it's a surprising score. Some other scores we have, but they're in from the first quarter. Bentonville ahead of Harbor 14-7, but that's from quarter one. So obviously it's most likely different than that now.
Castaneda rolling right, looking. Has a, oh no.
Ball is incomplete, intended for.
He tried to get it out for Walker, yeah.
86, Noah Walker.
But they're Springdale holds and forces the War Eagles to punt. You know, going back to those scores, that Harbor Fayetteville score is really interesting.
Yeah, it's Bentonville West.
Bentonville West.
31-7, and that's a third quarter score on Fearless Friday.
Oh, this is going to be a return punt.
Jacob Mason for Springdale there with the first catch on a punt on the night by Springdale.
Cortez. We've heard that name a lot tonight on great coverage down there on the punt team. And the Bulldogs will have the ball 1st and 10 on the 46-yard line, 45.5-yard line. Carson Hayter has gone the whole way for quarterback for the Bulldogs. He's going to hand that ball off to, is that the big fullback or
Ariana again?
Ariana again. He's going to gain about 8 yards. Oh, no, he's going to have the first down. He's going to gain 10 yards. That's going to be a.
He just kind of skips through there. Those interior guys, the two guards in the center, are really doing a bang-up job on the defensive line of Heritage, and there's a lot of space, and he's pretty good to get through there.
Oh, nice job there. I was watching, as you mentioned that, Coach, I was watching that left guard, and it seemed like their guards have been able to get to the second level a lot this game.
Yeah.
Like on that last play there, I know they got tackled for a loss there, but that guard, he got up to one of our linebackers, and usually, what you want as a D lineman, our D line, when I played D line, our coach always told us, like, hey, keep your linebackers clean.
Exactly.
You need to tie out blocks. It's not glorious. It's not, of course, you're not getting tackles for losses and sacks, but, that's Oriana again. Boy, that's a nice hole there, and he's going to drag some defenders for about 8 yards there, and that's going to be another first down for the Bulldogs. 25 seconds, well, the clock stops to reset the chains, but
5'9", 217 at tailback / fullback. I guess he's a tailback more likely in that alignment, but
that's like low center of gravity, thick kid. He's kind of
and some good speed
and some ability. Good speed, yeah, and some wiggle. So it looks like Springdale's going to let it run down, and that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Your score: Springdale 27, Heritage 0. We're going to take it down to the sideline for an interview with Coach Symphony Lockard, our esteemed dance coach, state championship winning dance coach.
Really talking about culture and unity, relying on those that have worked before us and paved the path, and we're just really, really pumped up. I think we were shocked that we got runner-up last year, and we're coming back. We're fired up, quite literally. We have flames on our signs, and so we're ready. I have really good, strong dancers, and I'm just super excited. I think the school's excited. We feel the energy from student section and our friends cheering us on. So we're pumped. We're going to get it this year.
And when is our dance showcase that everyone should come to?
next Sunday, October 5th, 5 p.m. You need to be there. We really feed off of your energy.
Yes, be there. Thank you so much, Coach Lockard. Pan to them. Pan to them. Pan to them.
Charlie, for that interview with Coach Lockard. Does a very good job with our dance program here at Heritage. Like I said, they've won a couple of state championships and looking for more. Hayter is going to hand it off to Orion. Oh, no, that's Urice for his third touchdown.
Hayter not having a really difficult job tonight. I mean, I know it's simplified things, but I'm just going to catch it and I'm going to hand it off to either 24 or 34, wherever the guy is next to me. And those big guys up for Springdale, they're just bowling us out of the way. And I'd say Springdale's pushing 350 on the 250 yards on the ground on the game. And
I think really easily. Yeah, that's like you said, you know, it's not pretty, but you know, it's effective, you know. Oh, they're going to botch the snap here, and the point after try is no good.
No good. And that happened last week with Little Rock Central, and John, he said that there can be a bit of anxiousness that comes across the holder.
Oh, that's, I mean.
With one knee on the ground, and all of a sudden now the kick is not going to happen.
I remember one year my coach tried to get me to deep snap. It was the worst thing I've ever done in football. Like, I tried it in a game, and shortly thereafter, the coach like, no, Jermaine, you're fine. You know, well, we're good.
We're going to go another direction.
Yeah. It's like, I'm good, coach. Just don't make me ever do that again, because it's an art to it. I mean, you know, what's the one guy that Arkansas had for many years, Brett Good, I think, that played many years in pro football for the Packers.
Yeah, that's a great story, because he, you know, the word on the street was he was helping his dad pour dry concrete in his driveway when the long snapper for the Packers got injured, and one day he's pouring concrete, and the next day he's in Green Bay, and about 4 months later he's winning a Super Bowl.
It's like, yeah, I'd probably learn how to deep snap too if I had to pour concrete.
You just never know. Life can change in a second.
Yeah.
That kickoff goes into the end zone, and Harris is going to start at the 20, 11-10 here in the fourth.
And you're just looking for some positivity for the War Eagles right now. You know, offense, they've had some success at times, but just like we said, we just haven't been able to finish. So it's going to be here it's coming out in that diamond, and once again, Evan Gordon's going to be swallowed up, because on that look, Autran getting a little shoving action going on there. Hey, we're still competing. You know, kids are still they still have a lot of pride. They're still you know, they're still going to be active out there. They're not going to let you get pushed around, and you know, that's what you want to see, Coach. I mean, the score looking the way it is, you know, you still want to see kids, you know, take pride in being out there, and you know, you spend all those hours of practice, or all those days and hours out on the practice field, and you know, you want to have something to show for it. But still good to see kids going out there and taking pride in what they're doing. You know.
Oh, there's a lot of season left.
Yes.
It's hard to, you know, it's sometimes hard to see past one game or even a couple games, but, you know, as a coach, and you're managing the season, of which a game is only, 10% of it for football. So you're trying to get some kind of momentum here, some kind of traction in what you're doing here, and try to gain some confidence, and then see what you can build off of going into your next game. You know, what can you improve? Obviously, stopping the run is going to be critical going into next week.
And Harbor, next week, Springdale Harbor comes here, and it's a different look. You know, Harbor's gonna they're gonna throw it around, and they like to put the ball in the air and spread you out, and you know, at the same time, they like to spread you out, and if they're going to run the ball, you know, they count on you to be spread out, and they're going to take advantage of gaps in your O-line or in your defense. You know, they're going to run to what they call it, run to space. You know,
which Castaneda did right there with a nice run for a first down, and something to build off of. Maybe right there was kind of a quarterback sweep, and 1st and 10 Heritage at our own 30.
Heritage, looks like they're going to go three wide, man in motion. Castaneda's going to take the snap, and great blitz there by the Bulldogs. Run blitz there.
Yeah, it's Easton Hahn, the young man that made a great catch in the first half. Made a really nice tackle for a loss there. A loss of what looks to be six yards back to the 24.
Well, it looked like he was shot out of a
It
cannon.
did. He had a mission right there. Go fast and get there with a bad attitude, and that's what that was right there. So,
he what they call that, blitzing with a purpose.
Correct.
Castaneda brings up 2nd and about 16 for the War Eagles. Castaneda back to pass. He's looking, has a man just out of reach there for Camden Isbell.
There were 2 receivers right in the same area there. It would seem like something was not
Miscommunication.
executed correctly. 3rd and 16.
So the War Eagles obviously in a passing situation here. See what Coach Munoz has drawn up. Looks like we're going to go 4 wide with Gordon in the backfield, Castaneda in the shotgun. Sets protection. Back to pass, has good protection, has some time to throw it.
And there's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, that's a pass interference. That looks like that's going to be an interference on the Bulldogs there. Yeah, you have to grab Isbell, because if you don't, he's out of there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an automatic first down on the pass interference. Oh, no. Well, I think you and John mentioned that last week.
It's not an automatic.
It's not an automatic first down.
It's just a yardage.
Uh-huh.
So 3rd, and they moved the sticks, and that they shouldn't have not moved the sticks.
Yeah, that was one thing about having John Coleman, who is a licensed official here in the state of Arkansas, a high school football referee, explaining the rules. So I was always under the impression like any pass interference is an automatic first down. But John said in high school, it's just the spot of the penalty. It's just penalty yards, right? Basically.
Right. And then if it could result in the first down or not.
Yeah.
Which was kind of interesting too, because the college rule is 15, and I think an automatic first, and the NFL rule is a spot and a first down. So it's like, God, football, can we not just play all by the same rules?
So that brings up 3rd down, and that's what we call it, 3rd and 2 on the Springdale 38-yard line. Castaneda's pressured. He's going to swing out, a little dump pass, gets it to
Isbell. Isbell's going to get the first down.
Or did they blow it dead? What happened here? They're going to say Isbell lost yards on that play.
I wonder if his knee touched the ground when he changed direction. But again, that's on that side of the field where we just don't have a very good angle. We don't.
So that's going to force a punt. Ronald Visuet Diaz back to punt again for the War Eagles. Good snap. Visuet Diaz gets off a great punt. That's going to get a great roll for the War Eagles, and that's going to roll down to the Springdale 21-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over. 8:56 left to go in the ball game. Your score 33-0 Springdale. And my guess here, Coach, is they're probably going to run the ball.
I think if there was a time in the game where you would want to run the ball,
it'd be now.
This is probably it.
Quarterback Hader. Oh, they're going to get him for a false start here. Maybe. Yep, false start. That's their. I've been keeping count, Coach. That's 6 that they've called. At least.
They've called.
That's their sixth false start penalty, and we need to have that graphic up on our scoreboard. Heritage War Eagle crowd forces more false start penalties in the state. That's going to be Oriana. Oh, Urice.
Urice is 24.
24. Oriana's 34.
And a lot of times you can only see the 4.
Yeah.
And they're built exactly the same and run exactly the same.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I would like to see the stats on both of these guys because I'm sure they're both over 100 yards. Really, no one else has really touched the ball. And, the quarterback, he might be around, 70, 80 yards passing. He's hit a couple of big passes. But that's Oriana that time.
The snap was a little bit mishandled, and the timing of the play was kind of disrupted, and Heritage was able to make one of the few tackles for losses on the evening. So a nice play for Heritage.
One thing about the Springdale offense from last year, they went under center almost exclusively last year and ran that diamond formation, flex bone offense.
And Harding University runs that version of it and won a national championship with it. And I think they were kind of mirroring that system, but not so anymore. More in the shotgun here with a single back. And as I say that, there's 2 backs back there, but
Hader. They're going to get a
delay of game penalty.
Game this time. Well, they've had every kind of penalty you can imagine. I think they've called about everything. We've seen false starts, delay of games, holding, pass interference, personal fouls. So they've run the gambit of penalties here. The Springdale Bulldogs. So that's going to back them up, and that's 3rd, and we're going to give them 3rd and 17. Clock's still moving. But they're not going to run. They're not going to throw the ball.
And they throw it. And it's intercepted.
And it's intercepted. Very ill-advised. I don't know. Who was that came up with that pick?
That is Jake Stout.
Jake Stout. Big play.
If there was ever a time in a game to run the ball, that was it.
I'll never understand. I understand being aggressive and, you want to believe in your kids, but, maybe he felt comfortable enough. Well, we're up comfortable. We have a comfortable lead, so, hey, we can afford an interception.
I think we got that wrong. Not Jake Stout, number 19, Edwin Reyes. With the interception. Correction.
Braden Carroll comes out in that diamond T formation. He's going to hand it off to, is that Gordon?
Evan Gordon with another cutback.
Nice run there. He's going to get about 8. That little inside trap play there. Gain of 6. Darren Gaffney corrected us there.
Darren's usually right on it, but no, he's really good. He's really good.
Hey.
He's got 3 guys over there.
I'm telling you, hey, he's the best in the business, folks. And I have to fill his position next week. I'll be the PA guy, and I will not have it anywhere near Darren. Where he has it. That's gonna. I think Gordon's gonna get close to the first down. He's gonna be about a yard, maybe a half a yard short. Brings up 3rd down. So War Eagles looking promising here. So this week, Coach, defensively, we were able to force 3 turnovers, and we've only given the ball away twice?
We've had 2 turnovers.
2 turnovers, yeah. So we're winning the turnover battle. Just fumbled, and that's going to be a fumble by Braden Carroll. Tried to set up for a pass. Ball kind of slipped out of his hands, recovered by the War Eagles. Covered by the Bulldogs, excuse me. And the Bulldogs will take over. So I think that makes our as soon as I mention
No, we're not going to talk about turnovers.
Yeah, okay, so we're done talking.
We're done. And we're at distance here, but I don't think anybody knocked that ball out of his hand.
It just
slipped
it's
off.
like sometimes you get ready to throw it and the ball just kind of whoopsie and yeah. So Hayter, he's going to pitch it on the option. Oh, that's going to be a nice run there. Reese, there's that man again.
Yeah, and in that time, a fake to Ariana, and then the pitch to Reese, and they've got a double-headed monster here that's really effective.
Yeah. If Springdale, if they're going to be able to run the ball like this, they're going to be, they're going to make a lot of teams nervous in the conference. If they're going to, if they can run the ball like this, it's going to make things real interesting when you play the Springdale Bulldogs. Hayter, I think they're going to run this. They're going to run this play clock down to about 1 and snap the ball. 9.
And they're going to get Ariana that time, and a nice job by the defensive line by Heritage.
There's that big number 77 in there. Looks like he's coming off that pile. That's Brian Granados, the sophomore, 6'3", 295. Ooh. We look at our roster, Coach, we got some big old boys too now.
Yeah.
Springdale, they're going to run that play clock all the way down. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. It was almost an encroachment there, but Hayter's going to keep it on the...
Yeah, it did look like he was in
across
the neutral zone, but they're going to let the play move on.
4 minutes left in the ball game. Springdale in no hurry right now. Basically you're running a 4-minute offense. You're trying to bleed the clock as much as you can. They're going to snap that ball within, say, the inside of like 15 seconds, as long as they have that football. Hayter hands it off. Is that Reese? Looks like Reese there.
It's going to be up a fourth
down.
4th and 2.
This time they prevented Reese to get that first down, and looks like Springdale's going to send their punt team on. Clock still rolling. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the ball game. 33-0 lead. That's going to send number 9. That's
Marcus Watkins.
Marcus Watkins, sophomore wide receiver, defensive back. Watkins receive the punt. High snap. High punt. Watkins is not going to field it. No. Well,
And he
did
is going to field it.
I mean, that's a coaching, that's a teachable moment there. I mean, that was
Coach, I'm fast. Coach, I'm telling you, I can do it.
You know, if the ball gets behind, the conventional wisdom is you plant your feet on the 10-yard line, and if it gets past you, you know,
just get away from it.
Just get away from the ball. You know, don't retreat and pick it up. And you know, of course, you know, kids, like you said, they think they run the 40 and the 3.9, you know, so they're going to try to scoop that thing up and score with it.
You know, a lot of conversations through my career with the I can. Well, I know you can, but will you is where usually the conversation ends. It's like, I know you possibly can do it, but will you do it is what I'm nervous about. So,
like
yeah, he picked it up going backwards, running toward his own end zone, and you're like,
it's like, what? You got a kid, hey, coach, I got range like Steph Curry. All right.
I can make that three-point shot. Well, I think you can too, but I'm not sure that you will. So that's the difference.
Step across half court. That's where my range
I
is.
can get hot at any time. I mean, I've heard it all. It's Evan Gordon.
What a nice run there.
And he's going to turn on the Jets.
Oh, nice. Big fella pulling away from people. Evan Gordon to the 20 to 15, 10, 5, touchdown. War Eagles. Oh, the big fella had some wheels there, Coach.
Yes, he did. It's about an 85-yard run. Isn't that right? We had the ball at the 15.
85, yeah. Nice.
So that's in all likelihood going to put Evan Gordon over 100 yards tonight rushing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because earlier in the game he had about a 50-yard. Yeah. So Evan Gordon showing some speed there on that run. A 5'10", 200-pound senior is able to pull away from that Bulldog defense. And the kick is up by Robert Visuet Diaz, and it is good. So
I don't want to be Captain Obvious here, JB, but I'm going to tell you that the possibility of an onside kick is evident.
I bet it's high.
It's imminent. I'm just telling you.
It's going to happen. The War Eagles, hey, it's like you mentioned earlier, that first kickoff to start the second half, that's very well executed.
It is, and they're good at it.
And yeah. Very well executed. That's got to be the I remember one year, being on the kick return team, and, I was a lineman. I'm not on the hands team. So, that was always my biggest fear is like, man, okay, if this ball is kicked to me, what's going to happen? I mean, what do I do? I mean, do I fall on it? If I try to pick it up and run, my coach is probably going to take my scholarship, or just, like you're never going to see the field again. But just don't look stupid. That's the biggest thing.
So 33-7 with 1:44 left here in the game. And onside kick is loose again.
Yeah, just fall on it there. But hey, it's like it got past the first way, and that's the thing about executing these things. First, the ball has to go 10 yards, and if the ball, if you're on the kickoff team thinking about it, like, okay, so if somebody touches, I got to be if somebody touches it, it's live ball. And then I have to wait and judge if it goes 10 yards before I go get it. I mean, it's just
it's an anxious-filled moment is what it is. That's what I'm hearing.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's a real nerve-wracking experience, trust me.
Well, a new look in the backfield for Springdale.
New quarterback there. It's number 1. That's going to be
Chandler Moore.
And he is a junior. So Moore will probably, theoretically he'll be your starter next year, as Hayter is a senior.
Yeah. Some different bodies in there for Springdale, but that line up front looks very similar. But Urice and Ariana are not in the game.
Yeah, that backfield looks a little bit smaller. Nice little run there. Who is that? That's number 17. That's going to be K.N. O'Connell, junior, 5'6", 140.
Samuel Klein with the tackle from his safety position. And the clock continues to run, 40 seconds remaining. And this is going to do it, this snap, and then are going to call it an evening.
So they're going to snap that ball within probably 5 seconds of the play clock here. And that's, all intents and purposes, like Coach says, your last play of the game. There's a hard run there by number 17, Karen O'Connell. And the teams are going to line up, and that'll be your ball game. So your final score tonight will be Springdale 33, Heritage 7. Heritage 0-1 in conference, Springdale 1-0 in conference. Join us next Friday. We will be here again on the beautiful campus of Rogers Heritage High School, David Gates Stadium, as we will take on the Harbor Wildcats. Guys just came up short here tonight, had a good effort, saw some good things on offense, but at the end of the day, those two running backs that Springdale had, they were tough, Coach.
War Eagles just nothing, no answer for the Springdale ground game, and well executed. Hats off to Springdale, and not only are they talented, but well coached and disciplined, and just kind of took over the game up front. So we'll be back, and we'll try her again next week. JB, always a blast to spend Friday night with you, and with that, we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next week, guys. Go War Eagles.